Welcome, brothers. How's everyone doing? Y'all have to excuse me today. I am a little bit on the tired side because it's a little bit late out here. But today I want to talk about the truth about feeling stuck in your reboot. So if you're one of those men you're an ambitious man, you're a man who wants to end this behavior because you want to, whatever, accomplish your potential, you're doing this for your family, whatever your reason is, chances are at a certain point on this journey, you're going to feel like you're not making any progress. Either you are relapsing or you're in a relapse and you don't know how to get out of the relapse, or you are at a point where you've made some progress, but it's not enough. It's not what you expected. And what I want to share is that when you feel that way, when you feel that, man, I've been playing this reboot game or this no-fap game for quite a while, but I'm not seeing any progress. The problem is usually that you are focusing on an ideal. What does that mean? It means that there is somewhere that you think you should be. So you think like, you know what? I should be here. I should be at a point where I have control of my behavior, or I'm not dealing with PIED, or I am less anxious, or I am more confident, or I am more disciplined and more focused. And because you think that you should be at that point, all you see is the difference between where you are right now and where you think that you should actually be. And so you start looking at all the losses. You start looking at, oh man, I haven't accomplished this. I slipped yesterday. I relapsed. And when you focus on all those losses, that's when you can't make any progress. You're not able to move further. And so the analogy that I wanted to share with you guys today, very briefly, is that feeling stuck is kind of like the idiot light on your car. You know that little light, the check engine light that comes on when you're driving? It's a warning that something is wrong. So you're on this journey to end your behavior, but you feel stuck. Instead of focusing on like, oh my God, I feel stuck, this sucks so much, view it as a check engine light, like as a sign that something is wrong, and then start figuring out what is wrong and what you can do to help yourself. Of course, in the porn reboot system, we have tools like the obstacle transformer, like the relapse prevention checklist, like the rational irrational behavior exercise, things like dialoguing, even reaching out and speaking with me, your coach, or talking to your accountability partner, or just sharing your thoughts and how you feel stuck within the community is enough. But viewing being stuck as a warning is one of the great ways to reframe that. A second way that you can view this is feeling stuck in your reboot is kind of like I'd call it an ego tantrum, right? And that's because whenever you are stuck in your reboot, you stop thinking about other people. You stop thinking about your accountability partners. You stop thinking about your wife. You stop thinking about your kids. You're just thinking about yourself. What are you thinking? You're thinking things like, you know what? I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to figure this out. I don't have enough time to read the books. I don't have enough time to even talk to my accountability partners. I don't have enough time to schedule a call with my therapist or my coach. It's all me. I don't have enough time. And it's also an ego tantrum because you start throwing a pity party for yourself. You start thinking things like, oh, poor me. I'm stuck in this relapse. I've spent so many years trying to end this behavior and I still can't. I'm whatever years old and I haven't accomplished this. I haven't fixed my relationship with my wife. My penis cannot get an erection because I'm struggling with PIED. And so it becomes an ego tantrum. So the solution to that when it comes to not being stuck is realizing that your reboot happens when your ego is no longer present. And here's what I mean. Ideals are created from our ego, right? It's an image that we have of ourselves. So when you are stuck with your ego and your ego is involved in your reboot, you're going to be attached to things like counting. So you're attached to it. Your ego is attached to it. So if you get to 30 days or 90 days or 1 year free of pornography and masturbation, you're attached to that. Your ego is attached to that. I'm the guy who's been off pornography for this amount of time. And you become attached to that. That becomes a part of the ideal that you're trying to accomplish. And thus, when you lose it, your ego responds and it throws its tantrum. Poor me. I got to whatever number of days free of pornography and masturbation. And look at me now. I've slipped. I've got to start from the beginning, right? So I hope that makes sense, guys. Apologies, it's a little bit late. I really wanted to get this message out because it just hit me. But when you are in a space where you are no longer counting days, when you're no longer attached to your reboot accomplishments from the past, that's when your ego is no longer a part of your reboot. And that's how you step away from being stuck, right? So again, like I said, when you're stuck, you think about yourself. A solution to that is to actually think about other people. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but if you don't want your ego to be in the process, or rather in the way of you getting unstuck, you can reach out to other people and ask them how they're doing and check in with other people. Well, what does this do for you? You're like, dude, I'm stuck. I'm in a relapse. Why should I reach out to anybody else? What can I offer? Well, what you can do is you can get a different perspective. You can also realize that you don't have to be healed to help, right? You don't have to be free of pornography for 30 days or 90 days to be able to reach out to an accountability partner and offer them some hope, or even share your experience with them. And all that does is that it takes you out of being stuck in your ego, gives you a different perspective as to what somebody is struggling with, which in turn, changes your perspective of your situation, right? Let's hop into the comment section real quick and see what's happening. Prince, how you doing, brother? Right off to celebrate recovery. I hope you had a good meeting today, man. Zimba, yes, I'm here live. I don't think I'll have enough time to answer questions. It's super late here and I'm really tired. Carlos, what's going on? Han, I see you, bro. Taryn, what's happening? All right, guys. Well, I do appreciate you guys showing up to kind of watch this session, but it's just a perspective on feeling stuck, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to be doing more live sessions throughout the week, but thank you so much for joining us. If you are not in any of our groups, and if you're watching this on Facebook, you're watching this on YouTube, on one of our public pages, go ahead and search for the Porn Reboot group on Facebook and go ahead and join us there. Moody, I see you. Dude, you're online a lot, man. You're online a lot. Prince Christian, yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So I'll speak to you guys later on in the week. Just really thank you so much for watching this. And if you have any insights that you got from this, or if you have any questions about what I covered, go ahead and just leave your question in the comment section. And tomorrow, when I come into work, I will respond to you. Okay? Take care.